Hey, this is Mike from Junkie on Crafts and Builds, and this is my Valaverse specific haul from ZoloCon 2024. I got to attend yesterday, which would have been the 24th of February, and it was a really cool first time going there. And this was also the first time I think Valaverse was there. And of course, like everything else, Bobby came out swinging with a really awesome display showing both Vanguards as well as other figures and his majority of his line, including the reissue of Pandora, which I eagerly picked up because I couldn't wait for the ones that I purchased on Valaverse.com to get here. So I did get, because I had my top, middle, and bottom shirt, was this little free gift, and it's a bunch of stands, some blast effects, and some Steel Brigade stickers. So you know, hey, we have plenty of these, but blast effects are always nice to have, so all right, cool. We also picked up our ZoloCon exclusive white Arctic Wilderness ghillie suit. So this was a specific one he made just as an experiment, and we're going to put that on one of the Arctic Troopers that I picked up. And then of course I got another weapons pad golf, because who doesn't love more miniguns? And then of course Pandora in her signature Series 3 box. But yeah, so let's go ahead and tear into this. And here we have both ghillie suits on display. This came with the Arctic Sniper Kit for $25. This was the ZoloCon exclusive for $20. There's been some discussion about the quality of these ghillie suits and the cost of them. Mine has not fallen apart, but I did mention in my review for this one, it did feel a little sparse in some places. You can kind of still see through here a little too much for my liking. Here we have the new one. And I think with the addition of the green into it, it gives a little more depth, and it doesn't show a lot of that emptiness that came with the original. So I do think this one's a nicer one. I do got a big patch right here that's kind of open. But yeah, you know, same elastic inside and whatnot, so there's not too much to talk about. So let's just go ahead and get them geared up. And here I have both my Arctic Troopers geared up in the Arctic ghillie suits. I follow the instructions exactly as was provided in the Action Force Arctic Sniper gear set, and here they both are. And I think adding the green really should have been the move to do from the jump. I think it gives it a lot more depth and character and a little more of a concealant by adding in this little bits of green here and there, and it does help fill out some of that sparseness that I talked about in my first video. As you can see up here, I had this really big patch. I didn't lose anything, I haven't seen any come out, but it's just that one little area on this one. But yeah, overall, like I said, I wish he would have gone with the green and white to begin with, but I'm happy I have both. And here we have both Arctic Troopers set up in a quick little scene with, now that I have a spotter to go with my sniper, and they're both well camouflaged thanks to their ghillie suits. So was it worth the 20 bucks? It's debatable. I'm happy I have it just because I got to experience seeing both these two together. And like I said, I think it's a better version of the ghillie suit in my opinion, but others may find that a little excessive in regards to the quality and such. But for me, it does the job, and I'm happy with my purchase. But now let's move into the main event, Pandora reissued. And here we are back with Pandora. So the box is identical to what we saw with the Series 3 figures. This really nice red and black kind of smokiness. Action Force on the side. This really cool picture of Pandora. She was number 2 in the initial wave, and this one is no different. And then here we have the back with this nice cross sell of all the Series 3 ladies, 2 action points, and here is her combat profile for you to read. So let's get her out of her box and look at the differences between the first version and this version of Pandora. And here's Pandora. This is the re-release side. This is the first release side. Now, full disclosure, I did start taking her out of the box and trying to manipulate her, and I had a lot of tolerance pushback. So I stopped, I heated her up, and I put some synthetic gun oil to help with the joints. So unfortunately, that was one of the things I was trying to see what happened with this re-release, is that the joints that were kind of problematic in Series 3 were resolved. I don't think that's the case. Mileage may vary with whoever buys this. If you don't have any issues, I am happier than anything else for you. I'm just happy to have this re-release to begin with. We're going to go through the differences between the initial release and this new re-release. It'll probably follow right along with the image that I put on my channel page. So first thing we'll notice right off the bat is the type of plastic that was used for this re-release. Kind of similar to the SDS version of Condor, the plastic is more of a matte finish on her face and body compared to the first release. As you can see here, this is kind of a real glossy look to her, where here it's much more toned down and more natural looking. As you see, getting closer here, that plastic really does make a difference in regards to the deco. Specifically with me, with the reissue's eyes, they seem much more vibrant and alive because you got that matte skin tone that allows the eyes to really draw your attention to them. Whereas the first release with that shiny plastic look really kind of pulls away from everything because all you see are the highlights bouncing off of that plastic. Moving on to the first variant change that we have deco wise, we have Pandora's faction symbol embossed on the front of her vest now over her left breast, compared to it not being present at all on the first release. I think that's really good because it ties into the upgrade kit that we got for Series 3.1 for Pandora. The next change in this variant is a very, very subtle one, in my opinion. Hopefully the light will do this justice. But the next variant was the shade of blue for her trousers. The re-release is a darker blue tone, more of a subdued, subtle blue, compared to more of the vibrant blue jean style. The final change that you can see between the re-release and the original is definitely the color of the combat boots she's wearing, as well as the color of the guards that are on her shins and her toes. And this wouldn't be a proper comparison if we didn't put the third version of Pandora out here, and that is the exclusive Bloody Pandora that came out in Series 3. My copy here has the alternate bloody head from the Pandora upgrade kit. And again, that plastic that came with that head is the same type of matte that we have with the re-release. Again, a gorgeous figure with a tragic backstory. Bobby's favorite. She's available now. If you didn't get a chance to get this first version when it came out, I would jump on getting the re-release. She is available on Valaverse.com, as well as other e-retailers such as Big Bad Toy Store, Nerdzoic. I'm sure Hella Dope Toys is going to have this reissue as well. So just check them out. I'm sure you're going to enjoy her. She's a great addition to your collection. And that's everything I have right now for you. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.